Hi everybody, welcome back to FRAG-MENTAL. I've recently just got back from London where I met up with some good friends of mine and we went around some of the best perfume shops in the world, smelling as many fragrances as possible. We had a fantastic time. I did film it on my phone, which was originally only intended for Instagram, but because you're limited to the amount of footage you can put up on Insta, I thought I'd put together a longer edit of everything we did that day. It was filmed on my phone just as we were walking around, so I apologise if the quality isn't that amazing, but I've tried to put something decent together for you. Please do me a massive favour, and while you're watching the intro, hit the like button. That'd help me out massively. Stay tuned to FM. Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody didn't hit the like button during that intro. You did. You did. Who was it? You. You at the back, there. Watching this video on your phone right now? Yeah, you. You've not hit the like button. Fair enough, I'll make a deal with you. If you watch this video to the end and you've enjoyed it, hit the like button then. Without further ado, roll VT. Hi everybody, just about to start a sniff tour of some of the most exclusive perfumeries in London. So we're starting off here at Lidl to try and find some £4.99 fragrance that Nigel from 2 cents worth has recommended. Unfortunately, no luck finding any cheap fragrances in Lidl, so we thought we'd come to Harrods and see if we can find any cheap stuff in here. Here in Covent Garden, so next stop is Bloom Perfumery. So hoping to sniff some Imaginary Authors Zoologist and a lot more. Just leaving Bloom, smelled some really nice fragrances. The highlight, which I hadn't smelled, which was on my list to smell, was Tabac Rouge from the House of Faden. Really, really gorgeous scent. Similar, I felt, to Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford, but different enough to make me want to buy a bottle. I didn't buy a bottle, but I'm seriously thinking about it. Gorgeous scent. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a break from sniffing, so light a London Pride. Cheers. Diptyque. So just come out of Diptyque and customer service off the charts in there. They were great. Really helped us out, let us sniff a load of things. Even gave us a drink of champagne. Favourites I came out from smelling in there, the tobacco-based scent with honey was called Veloute. Really enjoyed that one. And I think my favourite was one of their bestsellers called De Song, which was, to me, primarily orange blossom. Really lovely, light, floral scent. Really enjoyed Diptyque. This guy, Tom Ford, apparently makes a few nice ones, so may as well have a smell. Fantastic service in the Tom Ford shop. The SA in there helped us out a lot. Really enjoyed it. My favourites were Tuscan Leather and Tobacco Vanille, which I own, so all good. Guys, Cologne Essenza, amazing. So just sniffed loads in Liberties. Highlights for me were MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. I also really enjoyed Byredo Bal d'Afrique, and Acqua di Parma Colonia were the highlights in there for me. Sniffed so much, the nose needs a break, so we're going to get some food and then carry on. As you can see, we got around quite a few places and we sniffed a shed load of fragrances. The first place we went to was Lidl to try and find the £4.99 fragrances that Nigel from 2 Cents Worth recommended. Unfortunately, couldn't find them. I think with Lidl, places like that, once they're out of stock, they're out of stock. And if they have a good deal, things don't last very long. So that part of the mission was a failure, unfortunately. I'll keep my eyes out. The next place we went to was Harrods. Harrods is just an amazing place. I've never been to Harrods in my life before, and I walked in and it felt like I just walked into a dream. If you enjoy fragrances and if you enjoy sniffing a lot, highly recommended, because the staff in there were just so fantastic. I had this misconception that if you go into a place like that, if you don't look like you're dripping in wealth and money, then they're maybe not going to give you the time of day. But they couldn't do enough for us. The staff in Harrods were fantastic, so a big shout out to them. After that we went to Bloom Perfumery, really cool little indie shop, indie fragrances, niche fragrances, again, really helpful. As I said in the video, in there I smell Tobacco Rouge from the House of Faden, and I love that. I'm a big fan of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. It is similar, but different enough to want to own both, so I'll definitely be picking that one up at some point. And it's not really available in that many places. I could only see it on a Google search coming up as being sold at Bloom Perfumery, certainly in the UK. So at some point I will grab that, maybe when there's a sale on. We went to the Diptyque boutique. In there, they were great. They were so casual, so laid back, really friendly, really happy to have us in there. As soon as we walked through the door, they asked us if we'd like a glass of champagne. So we're sipping champagne, we're smelling all the different fragrances that they have to offer. I hadn't smelled anything from Diptyque before, really enjoyed some of their offerings. So they're now fully on my radar, so I'll probably pick something up from them at some point in the future. I'll keep my eyes out for some good deals. Of course, round the corner in Covent Garden from there is the Tom Ford shop. The Private Blend is one of my favourite collections, so I wanted to go and sniff some of the private blends that I hadn't tried. I've tried quite a lot of them and I own a few of them, but there was some that I hadn't tried and I was really curious. And again, the sales assistant in there couldn't do enough for us, and we smelled a lot of different Tom Fords. My favourites still remain Tobacco Vanille, Tuscan Leather, Oud Wood, and I own all of those, so I'm really happy about that. The last place we went to was Liberty, which is another department store, and if you could say Harrods was your classic glitzy fragrance department, I would say that Liberty is quite a cool and hip, trendy perfume department, and there's so much there, so much niche and indie fragrances. So I smelt Le Labos that I hadn't smelt. I really enjoyed Byredo's Bal d'Afrique, and the Acqua di Parma range was massive. They had loads of creeds, so really enjoyed Liberty. And again, the staff were fantastic. So overall, in this whole trip, the thing that amazed me most was how helpful everybody was. They weren't pushing for sales, they were just passionate and very knowledgeable about everything that you were talking about, and they knew the notes. They knew what style each fragrance was, so I was super impressed with that. If you've got a day to spare and you enjoy smelling fragrances and you want to get your nose on some things that you haven't yet tried, I'd highly recommend doing this. Of course, I've been in department stores and I've smelled fragrances before, but I've never done a dedicated day that I have set aside for smelling fragrances and ticking off a few of the fragrance shops that I wanted to visit. We didn't even get around all of them, so another trip will be planned soon to do more. I did it all with my friends, so it was amazing in every different shop to get everybody else's opinions. There were 4 or 5 of us smelling these fragrances, so if one of us liked one, we'd pass it around and we'd all give our different opinions. So we had a little discussion around each fragrance in each place that we were. So I really enjoyed conferring with my friends and seeing what their thoughts were. It was a great way to catch up with them. We did some sniffing and then we had some drinks. We went to the pub and we did more sniffing and we had some food. And it's nice to have the breaks, put the breaks in there, because you do get a bit of olfactory fatigue. If you're smelling a lot, I really advise put lots of breaks in there. Otherwise, you're not going to get the most out of the experience. If you're not sure whether you're ready to have a break, find a fragrance that you know and love really well. Smell that. If that's not smelling quite right, then go and have a break. I picked up Creed Aventus because I know it really well, and when Aventus ain't smelling right, you know it's time for a break. That's about it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, but I like to bring you different things. As you know, I like to get out into different locations. I think bringing you varied content is great for you as a viewer, and also it fuels me as well. If I can keep things challenging for myself and keep things varied, then that continues to fill me with enthusiasm. So I hope you enjoyed this little one. And you at the back, did you enjoy the video? Yeah? Do it then. Hit the like. Yes. Thank you. Please, as usual, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell to enable notifications. And until next time, keep tuning into FM and keep smelling good.